Yeah. Yeah, man. What's up, guys? Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome again to yet another episode of Demolition Man. Hoorah! Soldiers! Demolition Man. Maybe this should be the final Demolition Man part 4. Hey, welcome to my channel, guys. Welcome to EKKI Media. Bless up yourself. You know, it's good to see you once again. Welcome back. And as I always like to tell people, if you want to know who Demolition Man is, go check out the playlist, Chokora playlist. I always like to encourage people. You know, I always like to tell people my testimony, my story, like who is EK. Yeah, because people might see me right now and you'll think like I always grew up with this thing, soft life. No. I come from a very humble, poor background. And let me say, like I was actually born and raised in the first slum in Kenya. It's called Mathare Valley. Mathare Valley has always and will always be one of the most dangerous. There are many other slums, and I've lived in several of them. I grew up in Mathare. I stayed in Kariobangi. I stayed also in Kibera. I stayed in Kurukwajenga. I stayed also in a little bit in Dandora, around the dump site. These are not the best. These are not the best places to stay. Okay, so these are not the best places to ever live in. These are very dangerous neighborhood. Actually, as a matter of fact, most of the youth who are actually born in those neighborhoods, they never grow up to be adults, all right? Because as we're growing up, I want you to understand there's different types of slum dwellers in Nairobi or in Kenya. There are those slum dwellers who come from the village, right? So somebody who's living in the village, in the middle of nowhere, there's no water, there's no electricity, there's nothing. There is no where to shop, to buy food or stuff like that. So normally such people, when they come to Nairobi in the slums, you know, you came from remote area and there was nothing there, like, you know. So there are those of them when they come, and there's so many of them, they come into the hood, they tend to enjoy the life in the hood, because in the slums like Mathare, everything is there. I want you to understand. Let me come close. If you go to Kibera, the hood, everything that the people from remote areas don't have, they have it in the hood. If you just walk outside your shanty house, there's Mama Mboga, there's somebody selling mutura, there's somebody selling something to eat, there's something. And also we had our own movie like places. Like, okay, originally my days, we had this community like in open spaces where you would have, like, we had Facture Film, Timo Film, we had Copper Film. They would come with their big screen and set up like in an open space, and we would all go watch. So like in Kenya, like where I used to grow, we used to have at a place called Depot, there used to be number 10, there's a place used to be Kanu, there's a place used to be Paki, and there's also Baha, and there's also Caliph Estate. So when we were young, we used to, because there was no videos, there was no DVDs, so they had these big mobile screens and they'll come and show us. So they show us movies, and I used to go to everyone. I would watch the same movie over and I'm telling you, man, this is in the 1980s, yeah, and in the late 70s, and we would move around in everything. But now we, like my generation, we like that fast bad breed generation, because like my father is one of those older generation that fought for independence, right? So, and all of them migrated to Nairobi. Most didn't have education, didn't have nothing. So they had to do all these jobs like tout like public transportation and stuff like that. So their children, when they got their children like us now, your mom has no education, your dad has no education, and they're just doing all these manual jobs, you know. As we're growing up, man, you know, like I'm the firstborn in the family, and then your dad is like alcoholic and all these things, abusive and all stuff like that, you know, like started leaving, running away from home at a very tender age. So that is basically the foundation actually when I started this channel, to try to motivate people, let you know I wasn't born here. I actually don't believe I should be here. So I was trying to talk about the different types of people in the ghetto. There are those who come from up country, and when they get to the ghettos, they see everything that they could never see in the remote areas. So in the modern type of the ghettos, they have these little small movie places, like somebody gets a big, small, tiny little hall and they'll put movies there, and people would watch movies until in the morning. And sometimes the cops would come and raid. But now you have the ones who are really born like me. I was born in there. Not from the, I was born and raised in the hood. We are totally different type of breed, you know. So maybe that's story for another day. But for right now, I want to go back to Demolition Man. And I just want to say, I might come out to some people think, oh, EK has always had it. No, actually, most of my life I didn't have it. Yeah, but faith, determination, staying positive, you know, you do what you gotta do to get out. The fact you're born poor, the fact you're born in the hood, the fact you're born less fortunate does not mean you have to die less fortunate. Does not mean you have to die poor. You can change the history of your generation, generational curses. You can break that generational curses. The fact that my dad died poor, my mom died poor, my grandfather died poor, my great-grandfather died poor, it does not mean I have to die poor. You have faith in God, believe in God, and push yourself out there. Fail trying to break the chains. Fail trying to do something different. Because this is what I like to say. You know, like the 3 lepers in the Bible, they had the option. If they stayed where they were going to die. If they went back to the city, they would not let them in, because those days they consider leprosy a curse. So when you have a curse, they cast you out. And if they go to the Philistines' camp, there's a probability of success. There's a probability they might excel. There must probability that, because where they were sitting, there was no probability. If they went back to the community, the safety place, there was no probability of safety, of fun, of life. The only place they had a probability of survival was into the enemy's camp, to the unknown, to the place you're scared to go, to the place you don't want to go try out because it's new to you. They sat and they're like, you know, if we sit here, we're going to die. If we go to the city, they might kill us. If we go to the Philistines' camp, there's a chance we might survive. Because in the Philistine camps, that's where there's hope. I'm trying to tell you this. I dared myself to get out and do a whole lot of things in the unknown by faith, believing one day the fact that I was from here, the fact that my family is like this, it does not mean that is my destiny. I chose a different path. Just listen to that as you go to demolition situation. Yeah? Demolition Man, part 4. It's time to demolish things. Time to demolish. To start demolishing business, demolition. I I don't want to tell you guys, oh, like the video, but if you feel compelled, if you feel moved, if you feel touched, do you like my combo gear? Yeah, if you feel compelled, if you feel touched, if you feel moved to like the video, to subscribe, God gave us a free will, right? God gave us a free will. So if you feel compelled, if you feel moved, if you feel touched, if you feel any of those things, go ahead. Just go ahead and subscribe. Did I say it? Lord of mercy. Oh, Lord of mercy. No, sir. Breaking things down here. This thing just broke. Yeah. Demolition business we start. Yeah. So let me first of all explain what I'm doing, right? Let me explain what I'm doing. So in this section here, I'm about to put my own private studio, right? Where I can be doing content with my own like space. It's gonna be more like a man cave and all that. That is the whole, about the projects. But before that, I had to delete all this. You can see some of the wood there. Not delete, oh my God. I have to pull this patio down, So I had to pull it down because they were charging me $4,000 or even more to bring it down and to dispose of all these things, yeah? So I decided, you know what? I can do this. I'm good at demolishing things, I'm good at demolition stuff, yeah? Basically doing right now. And I have to bring this down. The project might take a few months to do it, but that's what I'm at right now. That is what I'm at right now. I'm almost done. I only got the frame going, I only got the frame. Hope I don't bust my head. So, as I do this, let me know what you think. If you're looking forward for the video, I'm gonna do this. Yeah? Already. Yeah, buddy. So, I have to try and bring this thing down. I'm not sure how this thing is built, but we're doing it. There you go. I think this is way better. This one I can't see because it's kind of dark a little bit outside. Lord of mercy. Yeah, so we're doing demolition final. I hope this is the final one. That one was hard. Yeah, so Saturday, good. That one good. We got two of them. Yeah, buddy. Demolition business being going on. Nico. I got that one. Yeah, buddy. had to adjust that section there. It was acting up. Yeah, buddy. So, here it is, guys. I got that one out. Yes, sir. We're gonna do it. There you have it, guys. I got my biggest challenge now. So I got that going. That timber right here. Look at all that timber. Yeah, that's quite some money right there, you know. So I've done most of that. Now I need to do this other section, and then I need to cut this down. So I'm gonna try get rid of this real quick, you know, and then I'd be good to go. I'll be waiting for the guys to come and start the project. I don't know why they haven't called me yet, but people, man, they haven't really called me. I don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. Gonna put it up there. Slide hammer. comes the tricky one, you know? This one I think I have to cut. I figured it out. I know what I need to do. Because I still gotta cut them anyway. thing is heavy. That thing heavy, man. Whew. That thing is heavy. You see here? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to use this. There's nothing I'm throwing away, so I'm not throwing a. So bless up yourself, guys. All right. So big up yourself. I'm gonna stop this here because I don't want to lose data again. But I'm gonna continue part 2. Part 2. Finish this demolition. Demolition Man. Part 5. Demolition Man 5. Demolition Man 5. Okay, check it out. Bless up yourself, guys. You know what you need to do. You like the video, click that like. And I want to say something about life. If you told me in a million years that one day I'm going to end up where I am today, if you told me like one day, because man, really guys, I don't know how I can begin to explain the desperation I had when I was growing up. I'm like, why God? Why did I deserve to suffer like this? You know, but I trusted God and believed in God, had faith in God, and never forgot to pray and be thankful. And every time I did that, by faith, by grace, I'm here. Not by power, not by might. I just want to encourage you, wherever you are, have faith in God. The Bible says, cursed be the man who puts his trust in another man. I trusted so many people, they let me down. But until when I started learning how to trust in God, my life never changed. The best thing about that, when you serve God and you're out to serve also His people, God connects you. God brings people in your life that can change your life. So, this former street boy from the hood of Kenya, these former street boys, less fortunate in those streets, food is not a problem, shelter is not a problem today, clothing is not a problem. You understand? Because of faith in God. Not because of just education, not just because you know somebody, but faith in God, believing in God. I have not had parents since when I was like 9. I left home when I was 9. I've not lived with a family, parents. I don't know how that feels like. But God has been my father. He's been my mother. He's been my brother. The one who sticks closer. That's what the Bible says. Jesus said, I will send you a helper who will stick closer to you than a brother. He is been. Even when I stray and fail, He's still there. Because God's love is unconditional. And I just thank God, man. He has been my Ebenezer, God. Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah Elohim, God. Bless up yourself, guys. Check out the next demolition. I'm going to continue the next. I got to do this another day, all right? Because I have other things to do. But check out for the project coming up. The project is going to be nice. And guys, I appreciate you all for your support. And thank you. I don't take any of you for granted. Whether in Africa, Asia, India, America, North America, South America, Philippines, wherever. Bless up yourself, and I thank you guys. See you in the next one.